Hi everyone, welcome to the first exercise in Revit structural design. In this exercise, which is about starting a structural project, I link a CAD file and then create grids. This task is mainly about the 5 part of the exam objectives, which is the Revit project management and mainly how to manage linked files and modify levels and grid types. In this exercise, I link a AutoCAD file, so that AutoCAD file is available for you as well. Then I position the file on the project base point and then create grids based on that AutoCAD file. Finally, I'm gonna edit the grid family type to create grid heads at both ends of the grid line. So first we open the Revit and we go and click on new, and here I can select a template. So I select the create new project and then browse for the templates. The task mainly requires us to use Imperial structural template. So I'm gonna go to the English Imperial and then find the structural analysis template. So click on the open and now I'm gonna create the project. Click on OK and we have that template open. Currently it's in level 2. I'm gonna click on the site to have the site plan open, and you see this as the project base point. So the project base point is the point where we will set out the work, set out the project based on that base point. So the first part is done. Now we go and insert the AutoCAD file. So I'm gonna go to the insert, and on the link section we click on the link CAD. Once we click on the link CAD, now we have to find the CAD file. So I'm gonna click on the Revit structure in exercises and find the AutoCAD file that we're looking for. So this is the AutoCAD file. Here there are some inputs. First one is we need to preserve the colors and the layers of the AutoCAD file. We also import units automatically and we place the origin of this AutoCAD file to the internal origin of the project we created, and there's not any other levels, so we choose to have level 1, not need to orient the view. I'm gonna click on OK, and now you see that it is imported. Mainly it's linked, and I said the difference between linking and importing a file in the last session. So now we have the CAD file. So this drawing, the grid lines here, is not the grids of the Revit structure. Once I unload this one, so once I go to the manage link file and unload it, it just disappears. I can reload the file, and now we create the grid lines based on this AutoCAD file. We go and click on the grids, which is about datums, and there are various drawing tools here. You can select, can draw lines. Since we have already the lines here that I can select, I choose the pick lines, and now I pick the line 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can go to the horizontal grid lines in this is A, so I can change the grid lines naming. So our intention is to have the same naming as the CAD file for consistency and future collaboration. I'm gonna choose this one and it automatically create B and C and finally D. Now these grid lines are in Revit. Make sure we go to the manage links, click on the AutoCAD file and then unload the file. So the AutoCAD file is unloaded. We currently have only the grid lines of the Revit. These grid lines have bubbles at one end. So to change the type, and the type, we need to edit the type and click on the modify to select these grid lines. So I'm going to select one of these and go to the edit type. And here we can select the bubble type. We can have various types of symbols, and I do not go to the rest of these options, just want to have the symbol at both ends. So I'm gonna check both ends and apply. Now you see these grid lines have bubbles at both ends, and now it is ready for the next step, which is adding the levels. We did create the grids. In the next session, I will do an exercise. It's more about creating levels, and we'll talk more in the next session. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. See you in the next session.